Hello, all of you beautiful beings out there, and welcome to the stream. I am Rhoad, and this is War for the Overworld. And we're using the TF talkies tonight, so transform me to your heart's content, everybody. Like I said, I probably should have started on the loading screen instead. Load game, there it is. I think this was it. Yes, it was. Cool. Oh, that is good to know.
Avarice ready. Your prison cannot store any more captives. A ghoul has risen in your crypt.
So I just noticed in the
Lost. Your minions are under attack. Your dungeon cannot attract any more minions.
I just noticed that apparently I can it doesn't matter how big my single when it comes to the oh, what, where, why, how? Oh gosh dang it.
A minion has entered your dungeon.
So much for can't attract any more.
Your ritual is ready to be cast.
Okay, before it continues, I just realized that apparently I can have multiple small beast dens, as opposed to one huge one. I did not realize that. Guys, please don't chase them. As a matter of fact, please back up. Okay, never mind. Get over there. Please finish them off. Quickly.
Your prison is at capacity, Underlord.
Okay. All of you go back.
A ghoul has risen in your crypt.
Yeah, we're just gonna turn them all into ghosts and then work through getting my people to higher levels. How you doing, Candy? How you doing, Cosmo?
If I die, let it be a beautiful death.
A flash of silver.
A shadow has entered your dungeon.
Please stop trying to fight them over there.
Your creatures are in combat.
Please, oh please, oh please.
Your ritual is ready to be cast.
I am aware. Alright, fine, we'll do that now.
Avarice activated.
I guess just in case we can put that there. I don't know if we'll need that, but
Your
there.
minions are being attacked. Fire breather lost.
We'll convert you. Why not? Actually, no. We'll do that. We'll stick with that.
Huntress lost.
You all are really starting to aggravate
If
me.
I die, let it be a beautiful death.
Warden lost.
Where
Your
is
minions are
combat
fighting the
going
enemy.
on at this point? Okay, now they've pissed off another group. Let's do this.
Your prison cannot house additional prisoners. Shadow lost. Time to pay your minions, Underlord, for all their hard work.
We're just gonna roast him. Heroes roasting on an open fire. They shall die before much longer. Tiny beasts with their bellies empty will find it hard to resist
One of
eating
your minions is
them.
unhappy.
I don't know. I really don't know.
A huntress is
That is disabled Cosmo. I'm not up for that stuff tonight.
A ghoul has risen in your crypt. An arcanist is unhappy because it hasn't been paid.
Then go
Die,
get your
let it be a
money.
beautiful death.
We have it available for you.
Your minions are under attack. A high guard has been converted in your torture chamber. Warden lost. Your minions have engaged the enemy. Fire breather lost.
Why are my minions out here so much? Seriously?
Your minions have entered battle. A Skarg has entered your dungeon.
There. We can at least send somebody for that outpost. And start making some progress on this frickin' level.
Shadow lost.
If I die, let it be a beautiful death.
Your prison cannot house additional prisoners. The warden is unhappy because it is tired.
Well, the faster you take care of things and stop wandering out to attack things,
Outpost
the
complete.
sooner you can rest. You know that's how it works, right?
Outpost complete. One of your minions is unhappy. Your minions are fighting the enemy.
Feel like a piercing?
Why were you out here?
Is it yours? You don't understand.
Your minions have engaged the enemy.
Let's open you up.
And there's another group.
If I die, let it be a beautiful death.
Shadow lost.
Damn it. I need to set up more defenses.
Your
I
prison
think-
can't store any more captives.
I'm gonna do this here. Send everybody back again. Oh, god damn it. And of course they're coming up now.
Fire breather is
Why?
unhappy because it is
Hello,
tired.
Gip Gap.
He seems to be all good.
Yeah, you just messaged me that. It's how it always
A
goes,
ghoul
right?
has risen in your crypt.
As soon as somebody goes to look at it, it suddenly works just fine.
I mean,
Outpost.
okay, so to be fair, if you'll forgive me deciding to spend a few minutes venting about the momentary issue of troubleshooting that I have.
Sure.
Your
Thing is,
outpost has been
troubleshooting
destroyed.
is a discipline, and honestly, one that people don't think of, because it has the worst possible timing of. It's when a computer fails, it's a really stressful, very emotionally it's a very emotional event. You know, like your computer suddenly shuts off and won't turn on, you're panicking, right?
Yeah.
Here's the problem. There's a very
Ghoul has
high
risen in
chance
your crypt.
of you
And
accidentally
the
fixing an
man
issue and not
complete.
realizing it. Like, as an example, to use like a relevant example here.
If I die,
Your
let it be
computer
a
suddenly shuts
beautiful
off.
death.
You don't know why. You had your room's lights
Your
off,
minions are
and
in
suddenly the
combat.
computer just powered down. You check your monitors, they're still powered on. You check the computer, everything's connected, everything is on, but the computer, you press the power button, it won't turn on. So you like hold down the power button, still nothing. You turn off the PSU, turn off your power surge,
undermining
turn
is
back on the
under
power
attack.
surge, turn on your PSU, try the computer, suddenly it works. What fixed it? I don't know. I mean, could have been the PSU, could have been the power surge. Maybe like the cable was accidentally wiggled out of the wall and you didn't realize. So like when you pushed it in, it was just really slight and you didn't notice because you were kind of panicking. But like you pushed it in a little bit and that was enough. Maybe the computer just needed a moment to start up and you didn't notice the blinking lights in the case when it was starting back up the first time, and it actually did start back up immediately when you pushed the power button again, and you just didn't realize because it took a moment. And like, there's a very strong chance of someone accidentally fixing an issue but not realizing they did it. Or even like worse, they may have accidentally fixed the issue, but then in trying other things, they don't realize that they do it until later. So what was actually the problem? And so when it comes to like troubleshooting seriously, like when you need to go, I need to make sure that this computer does not have an issue, because like sometimes that's the difference between like a very casual troubleshoot where it's like, I just want the computer to work, it's probably nothing, and like, hey, make sure this computer does not have any issues, it's going to the director of the department. Okay, I mean, yeah, that's a big ask. Testing everything methodically is in and of itself a intense thing. Like, you need to document, you need to test step by step, and you need to isolate as many variables as you can. So you need to do it all one by one, and it's really slow, it's really annoying. And it's like the worst for users, because an average user just wants their computer to work, and they just want to breathe a sigh of relief when it turns back on, right?
It is payday.
I don't need that. What I need to make sure is that the computer isn't broken.
Yeah.
Was there a power surge that you didn't notice because your power's on? And if I look at your like PSU and I kind of angle it, I suddenly see like a bulging capacitor that really needs to be taken out, and I can just tell you, yeah, your PSU is gonna work, but also it'll probably fail in the future. You might want to replace it. Or like, I don't know, maybe you just don't have enough like PSU for when the computer is running full tilt, so it'll shut off whenever you're running a really heavy program. And it's just like you're 50 watts off or something, so you won't notice it until the computer's full tilt, and then bam. So I don't know. In this case, like, I don't mind. I just wanted it. I kind of just wanted it to work. I would need to sit down and test the computer, and that just takes like, I mean, if you give me a computer for half an hour, I'll run a bunch of tests on it, and it's gonna look like I'm just turning it on and off again repeatedly, which is like half of the tests. But also, yeah, it's just tedious and it takes a lot of time. I find it enjoyable enough. Like, if you just tell me to sit down and run a big battery of tests on a computer, I will happily do so. But also, like, most people don't need that when they are stressed and they want the computer to work, and they're calling you after they spend half an hour frustrated, scared, and annoyed, and they already want it to just work, and they just want the solution immediately. Like, none of Whiskers, like, mind you, Whisker was super chill. But just like, this is very often what happens with the computer, and so you don't get to actually troubleshoot it, and you have to engage in the worst kind of troubleshooting, which just, I'm just gonna try the simple stuff and hope it works. Did it work? Here you go, you can go back. Yeah, you're very happy, cool. Yeah, you're great. Do you want me to keep it for like an extra hour and run a bunch of tests to make sure it's alright? No? Okay, yeah, you can go. And then I have to sit there grumbling because the troubleshooting wasn't done properly.
Underminer complete.
Blech.
Yeah, I understand. I really do.
I just
If
like
I
doing things the
die,
right way.
let it be a beautiful death.
It's boring, methodical, frustrating, and annoying, but it's the right way. Frankly, what I just want, I wish I could live near everyone that I know that has a computer issue, so I could just be like, yeah, give me a computer, I'll take a look at it. Yeah, sure, I'll drive over, I'll pick up your computer, then like, I'll take a look at it. Just like, I wish I could just like give me, and then take it home for like a few hours and then bring it back, because then I can run everything I want in peace and I don't have to worry about the user panicking. I can just tell them to like go get food or sleep.
Yeah.
No, weird. I don't know if that's weird.
Sorry, what was that last thing?
I don't know if that's weird. I just want to touch the computer in peace.
I wouldn't say so.
Sufficient mana to cast that spell.
Bleh.
Blah blah.
You know what? I want, someday I will sit down and take every accumulated bit of knowledge that I've gathered once I work in a technician position again, like not as like a more so help this, but like once I'm back to like touching computer things, I will someday just prepare a master list of like, did your PC fail? Try all of these steps in order. Once you've tried all of them, then panic. It'll take a few weeks to do it, but I feel like it'll be nice. Your computer isn't turning on? Here you go. Basic computer troubleshooting step 101.
Complete.
If I
Step
die,
1.
let it be a beautiful
Turn
death.
off the PSU switch. Turn off the computer. Step 2, turn off the PSU switch. Step 3, unplug the computer. Step 4, press the power button for 15 seconds. Step 5, let go. Step 6, connect the computer. Step 7, flip on the PSU switch. Step 8, press the power button. Give it 10 seconds. Does it turn on? No. Panic.
Just, yeah, now you panic. Do a panic. Do a panic roll.
There are so many things that can break a computer. It's just not even funny. Like, God. I still remember, right? Like, when Marty was getting his new computer, I still very strongly remember letting him know in advance that, hey, by the way, if you get like this much DDR4 RAM, like if you do 4 sticks, you have to set it at a lower speed because otherwise your computer will crash. And I remember like getting messaged over it, and after a bit it was like, oh yeah, let's lower the DDR speed, let's try this. And like we had to like pull out a couple of the RAM sticks, so it was crashing in the BIOS, so we set it to lower speed, and boom, it worked. Having too much RAM sticks at too high a speed will literally make your computer unusable. It just can't handle it. But then, you know, sometimes it depends on your CPU and your RAM speed. DDR5 has like the sellable sweet spot number at 6,000 megahertz. Like that's what people want in their DDR5 RAM. 32 gigs, 260 gigabyte sticks running at 6,000. If you have certain CPUs, like my CPU, the 7600, it will crash at 6,000 with the RAM sticks that I have. It is literally unusable. I can maybe open a folder in Windows and then it crashes the computer. And I genuinely thought my Windows OS was corrupted for a little bit, and then I realized, wait, oh, I lowered the RAM speed, 5200. It works perfectly. I basically don't ever get crashes. I swear when I hear that people get like a blue screen at least once a day, I want to take their computer and fix it. Do you know what the last time I got a blue screen was? It's when I was doing something stupid or like just randomly when I'm playing the game, but it's almost always tied to like a game or something intensive. I barely ever get like random blue screens. It scares me when I do, or like it's just like, wait, what went wrong? Hold on. But then I hear people are like, my computer crashes like once or twice a day. It's normal. And I'm like, no, that's not normal. That's like saying that one time you fell on your wrist and now your wrist makes a funny noise and it hurts when you bend it a certain way, but that's normal. It's like, no, that's not supposed to happen.
Are you sure?
Yes! Yes, I am. Your computer isn't supposed to blue screen once a day. That's not good. That's not normal. There's something weird going on. If you know what it is, cool. But also, like, if you just hit me with the, like, it just does that. It just blue screens. It's normal. I'm used to it. It happens, like, 3 times a day. That's not normal.
Minions are in combat. Claimed an incantation shrine.
I still remember one of my friends had messaged me for, advice on PC building. They just wanted me to look over the PC on the PC parts and PC part picker, and I was like, yeah, okay, that looks alright. That's a pretty nice GPU. It's you are pairing this 4080 with a 360 watt PSU.
Bombard complete.
What CPU is it? Oh, it's a 9800 X30. Okay, so computer parts need this thing called power. And if you don't give them enough power, they don't like it. And I am running a CPU and
Your
GPU
minions have entered battle.
much less expensive and less powerful than yours. And I have a PSU that has like twice your PSU's wattage.
Beastmaster lost.
And I've given myself a little bit of breathing room at maximum usage. So I'm not saying that getting the 360 watt PSU just because it's platinum is a bad idea, because I understand power is expensive where you live, but also A, that kind of not necessarily how it works, and B, please dear God, get a bigger PSU. You cannot use this GPU and this CPU like this. Please. I know you're going to run 4K Call of Duty.
Okay. What?
Okay. Okay. You know, the PSU provides a certain amount of power to the computer, measured in
Yes.
watts. Like a 750, 850 watt PSU, right?
Yeah.
So
One of your
I
minions
believe
is
the
unhappy.
recommended wattage for like a 5080 is probably over 800 or 850 watts.
Time to pay your minions, Underlord.
Because you always want to give yourself like wiggle room. So if your PSU is eating 360 watts maximum, which I believe is the 5080's maximum, and
Your
how much is
minions
the
have entered
9800X3D?
battle.
Okay, what was that last thing?
Yeah, okay, so your 5080 is drawing 360 watts maximum, right?
Okay. Yes.
Your 9800X3D is eating up 130 watts maximum, hypothetically. I don't have the full numbers on hand. I'm just kind of winging it.
Okay.
If I die,
So let's
let
rough
be
it
a
out to
beautiful
about
death.
500 watts. I personally recommend giving a 100 watt buffer on top of what you draw. And then if you can afford it, get a little bit
Bombard
extra.
complete.
Because usually your computer won't run at full blast 100%. Even on really intense games, you probably are not drawing all of the power. Even if your GPU is cranked up, your CPU isn't. Almost always. Your CPU will almost always nowadays have a lot of spare wiggle room, because it is really rare to have a game that eats up your entire GPU and your entire CPU. I genuinely don't know of a game right now that would just eat up everything. Usually you get a bit of either a really intensive
Arcanist is
GPU or a really
unhappy
intensive CPU game.
because it hasn't been paid.
But you still want to account for the possibility that, for example, if it's a new PSU, a new GPU or a new CPU, they may draw more power than intended. Companies will say like, oh, this is the maximum, but then, you know, they may not. You want to give yourself wiggle room for that. And also, you know how like PSUs or power supplies are listed like 80 plus platinum, silver, titanium, yada yada?
Yes.
That is efficiency. Basically, that's how much power, or when it's at its most efficient. So this is super nerdy. For the most part, it doesn't really matter. But if you, for some reason, really care about the power cost or power efficiency, you are going to be looking at that. And what you want is to find what is officially the sweet spot that this GPU runs at. Because when a GPU is running at fairly below its capacity, it actually kind of consumes more power. When it's running really high near its limit, it will consume more power to deliver the same amount. But there's like a sweet spot where it's at its most efficient.
Your minions
And
are
that's
under
kind of what you
attack.
want to aim for if you're looking
If I
for that.
die,
You could get like a
let be beautiful
1500
death.
watt titanium plus GPU. And honestly, you're just kind of going to be wasting money, because you could probably get like a 1000 watt titanium GPU and achieve similar results. And I'm pretty sure 80 plus gold is the only real reliable one. You have to kind of go digging pretty deep into GPUs, and it's super nerdy. So I'm just going to mostly ignore that. But PSUs are weird and complicated sometimes, and it's understandable, which is why I focus on the simple part. Look at how much maximum power your CPU and your CPU and your GPU are gonna draw. Add them up, and then give yourself like 200 or 300 watts extra if you can. Because you never know if you're gonna end up, for one, upgrading in the future. That's really common for people to do that. And if you get a PSU that can already just barely handle your GPU and your CPU, when you next upgrade a GPU or CPU, which are fairly common upgrades, you'll also probably need to upgrade your PSU. And you only need to get one PSU if you spend right. You can get like I literally got mine because it was like $10 cheaper than a PSU for 500 watts, and my PSU is a 600 watt PSU. Like it cost me like $20. But if I didn't in the future, I'd have to upgrade it for like 140 instead of 120, give or take. And at that point, I'm just wasting money. And also, it helps you just have a little bit more buffer if for some reason you need it. If it turns out your CPU is just drawing more power than it should be, you're still safe. You're still good to go. If you decide to crank up your computer, you're still safe. You're still got some wiggle room. You don't need to get a 1500 watt PSU to be safe, period. But you know, if your computer's at most gonna draw 800 watts, or they recommend an 800 watt GPU for this GPU, it's PSU for this GPU, then you can probably just get an 800, 850 watt. It'll have wiggle room, it'll have spare room, that's fine. What you don't want is to have your parts consume like 500 watts and get a 360 watt PSU, which is what my friend was doing. And I had to tell him very kindly, I know you care about that titanium efficiency, but your computer will probably shut off in the middle of you playing very often.
I have no idea, Carry-wise.
Bombard complete. Your
Just,
minions
people
are
ask me for
turning
advice and then they
into
try to
the
explain that I'm wrong, and
Overlord.
I'm like,
Your
do it.
minions fight
Let's
the
see what
enemy.
happens. Run your 360 watt PSU on a GPU that will eat up all 360 watts at maximum power draw.
Blade Lotus complete.
Your computer will just shut off. You'll have to buy a new PSU. He ended up buying an 850 watt PSU. It worked.
Your
It
minions
just
are under
works,
attack.
it just works. Little lies stunning shows people buy
One of your
money
minions
flows.
is
It
unhappy.
just
Your
works.
dungeon is full of
No, it didn't.
minions, Underlord.
It did not work.
A huntress
I
has
don't know
left
why.
your dungeon.
Do you want to know why his computer didn't work? And what I had to spend?
Aliens.
I wish! That would have been fun!
What?
He just forgot to plug in his CPU cable. So I have my person. It's just like, oh, you're dead. I told you.
Your minions are under attack.
That was such a painful build.
Bombard complete.
Oh, I didn't even comment one of my favorite parts. You know, like really tiny computer
If I
cases
die, let it be a
that are often
beautiful
like they just look a little weird because they're meant to be like portable and really small.
Your minions have engaged the enemy.
He told me he wanted a cheap case so he could spend more on the computer. And then he sent me the parts.
Undermine.
And it's a $250 case. And I'm like,
Well, yeah, a cheap
if
one.
you want a cheap case, I found him a $100 case, an $80 case, and a $60 case. All three pretty good cases. The $60 one I'm literally using it on my computer. It's a little painful to build in, but it works. The $80 case is one of my favorites. The $100 case just looks nice. And then he hit me
Why
with
not
the,
just
"Oh,
use a shoebox?
Frankly, if he just wanted a cheap thing, just screw your motherboard onto the wall at that point.
Blade Lotus complete.
Because he wanted to penny pinch so hard, he didn't want to get a good PSU. His computer literally would have crashed or shut off constantly. But he was willing to spend $250 on a case because he wanted the computer to be portable. So it's like, okay, you have to tell me what you want. I can't judge it otherwise.
Duke.
If your whole room is the case, just imagine the airflow.
Okay, you joke, but it basically is just an open test bench, and it's frankly not the worst idea. I wouldn't recommend it because the case is there to protect your PC, but I've seen people literally just
Your creatures are in
mangling a
combat.
little like raised platform and putting their
Bombard
motherboard there and just
complete.
running their computer like that, and it works. I wouldn't recommend it, but it works. No. $250 on the PC case. I found him a cheaper one, a fairly portable one, for about $120. Because the $250, he wanted to get it because his friend got it. And he didn't do any research on the case. Why did it cost $250? Because it was no longer being produced. The supply was scarce, so it was just really expensive. I found the same case, but newer. Like, it's just a newer, updated version of the case. For half the price. But he wanted a penny pinch on the fucking power supply. I should have charged them honestly for the emotional stress. I still can't get over it.
If I die, let it be a beautiful death.
Yeah, probably. I just realized Porkzilla has an insane amount of health.
I mean, he's Godzilla in the name. Why wouldn't he?
Well, like this Juggernaut that
Furry,
is
you know what
supposed
would
to
be
be... This Juggernaut who is supposed to be a, you know, damage sponge and stuff. He's got about 5,000. Porkzilla, 149,000 health.
Seems reasonable.
It just sounds like a skill issue, honestly.
So Carrie, here's my idea. Buy an abandoned school bus and use that as your PC case.
Okay, but that just depends on your ambient temperature.
Because it hasn't been
If you live in a cold place, this is more viable. If you
Well,
live in
why the fuck are you all the way over there?
I swear Jar's an SMH.
I don't know why, but half my minions are just running to the ends of the... Well, not my minions, but the heroes that I keep, recruiting and such.
Going out to the end of the nether.
The ones that I keep, corrupting to my side. They all just keep running back down the road the way that they came before they were corrupted.
Sounds metaphorical for a hero. You're running down the same road, just the wrong way.
If I die,
I mean, I suppose it's technically them running back towards the, where the enemy are coming from, but...
God, Richie. This is so true.
Not enough mana.
And I swear, Intel is so cooked recently.
Your dungeon cannot attract any more minions. Your minions are being attacked. Not enough mana. Your prison is too small. Your dungeon cannot attract any more minions. Your minions are fighting the enemy.
Why is Porkzilla not going the way I wanted him?
Complete. A minion is getting angry because it hasn't been paid.
He knows better.
Your minions have entered battle.
Okay, they got stuck on the... This level is just bugged out the wazoo, it seems. Nothing seems to be working right here.
If I die, let it be a beautiful death.
One of your minions is unhappy. You are out of mana.
Mwah, the Reichen.
Your minions fight the enemy.
You can move on to the next level.
Well, I gotta finish this level first.
Oh. I looked up Whisker's name to like DM him because I just needed to find like the right click message, and the message that I stumbled upon in fan art has like 3 messages below it, just an image that Raijin sent, and it's just Lucario holding up Hunter, and it's just Hunter, you kind of stink.
Ah, yeah, that's Cobalt.
Cobalt holding up Hunter. I wasn't sure if it was Cobalt. Hunter stinky.
Your minions are being attacked.
Parasite, clinging on to life.
You have insufficient.
I don't think there's
mana
anything
to
left of
cast
Hunter
that
to
spell.
stink.
The crypt cannot store any more souls.
Ouch.
Your minions are in combat.
There was at the time.
If I die, let it be a beautiful death.
Your blade lotus is under attack.
Yeah, I definitely
Your
got it all out of my
minions have
system.
engaged the enemy.
Good.
Then what to do now?
You've claimed a shrine.
Play War for the Overworld.
Your blade lotus has been destroyed.
It's
Your
too far
bombard
away.
is under attack.
It's over there, and I'm over here.
Blade lotus complete.
Also, admittedly, I just see you clicking things. I have no idea what any of
Your
it
minions are
means.
under attack.
Oh, well, I can't help with that.
What even is the game?
Huh?
What even is the game?
It's a strategy game.
Complete. Your
Uh,
minion has unlocked a
involving-
new artifact. Click to activate it.
Like, the idea of the game is you are evil underlord trying to achieve evil plans.
Your minions have entered battle.
Sorry, I couldn't help it, but just
That
like,
was
it's a
not
strategy
the
game.
summoning
Ah,
stone.
daring today, are we?
You have released an army of disciples.
Fair enough.
You could read Homestuck, Gib-Gab.
is
Underminer
that?
complete. Your minions have engaged the enemy.
Did you ask
this
what
thing.
that was?
Yes.
Ah.
seen a few of these.
This is all I will send you about
If I
Homestuck. You
die,
will get
let
no
it be
further
a beautiful
context.
death.
Good luck.
Your prisoners
Ah,
at capacity,
average CGF
Underlord.
tabletop.
Your minions are under attack. Your minions have entered battle. Bombard complete. Your minions are under attack.
You could read a lit RPG book.
This artifact is guarded by the rogue crackpot Neeg. I heard he escaped his master and was questing for an artifact of fabrication.
What's that?
I think we both know what he seeks. Write an unfortunate
It's
twist in his tale.
a subgenre of progressive fiction where
Time to pay your minions,
an important part of
Underlord.
the storytelling is that there are RPG elements.
I have never read something like that. I think. Like a fan fiction once, a couple times.
Underminer complete.
You should read Dungeon Crawler
If I
Carl then.
die, let it be a beautiful death.
God, it's
Your minions
Yes,
are
the
in
first
combat.
result was book 8.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Well, Porkzilla is slowly making his way towards the, where all these heroes are coming from.
Your minions fight
The series
enemy.
is known for its dark humor, over-the-top violence, the unlikely but endearing partnership between Carl and a cat called Princess
Underminer
Donut.
complete.
Okay, so wait, here's the premise of Dungeon Crawler Carl. You immediately start off following Carl chasing Princess Donut, a cat, outside his building. He's only wearing boxers because he was trying to sleep. And then the alien invasion happens, completely squishing all of the buildings onto Earth into rubble, and his neighbor gets decapitated as a result. Then a bunch of dungeon entrances open up, and all of the remaining humans left alive are told that they can enter the dungeon to be a part of the alien game show and try to survive. Or they can stay on Earth and be enslaved. So Carl and Princess Donut, his cat, go inside the dungeon and start doing an honest-to-God dungeon crawl.
Your bombard has been destroyed.
Where do you find these things?
And there's meth llamas.
Your minions have engaged
Yeah, where do
the
you find
enemy.
these things? How do you find these things?
I don't know what to tell you, Gabby.
First, it's just like...
I mean, I do know what to tell you.
Uh-huh.
No, go
What?
on.
No, just first you find the most cooked but cooking movies, and now you're gonna
If I
hit me up with
die,
like,
let it be a beautiful
alright, yeah,
death.
here you go. Have this alien RPG dungeon crawl cat person duo book.
It's not a...
Sure.
Oh, well. Princess Donut is not a cat person. She is royalty. Get it
No,
right.
I meant like two-person duo. I mean, like a cat person, as in Carl.
Your minions have engaged
Okay,
the
so
enemy.
Funny things.
I already explained to you the movies, okay? The books
Huh.
are because there's a couple of book reviewers that I occasionally follow up on YouTube. Particularly one who specifically really enjoys Wheel of Time, which is one of my favorite series for sure,
Same.
and one of Zim's favorite series. And he's the guy who got me to look further into Brandon Sanderson's books, because otherwise I didn't really pay much attention to Brandon Sanderson, even though he finished Wheel of Time. So at some point, this guy brings up Dungeon Crawler Carl in the Lit RPG series, which technically speaking, I'd already dabbled in Lit RPG beforehand with Ready Player One, which I don't really consider that literature. Let it be known, burning books is bad, banning books is bad, but it's okay to ban Ready Player One because it's not a book. It is a crime against humanity.
Wasn't that a movie?
It was a book first.
Oh.
Let me put it this way. The book was so atrocious that I honest to God think the movie was better. The movie improved on it.
Your creatures are in combat.
Oh my god.
If you want to experience Ready Player One, watch the movie, because it's far more tolerable than the book. And the movie is trash.
How?
If I die, let it be a beautiful death.
I mean, to be fair, Steven Spielberg directed it. I'm sure he could turn literal shit into something decent.
No, I meant like, how do you make a book so bad?
I mean, it's quite easy to make a book so bad. The thing that I'm salty about with Ready Player One is that it was relatively popular.
Yeah.
It was. It's not quite like Twilight popular, but there was a period in time where people were talking a lot about it, and it was just like, good God, it was shit.
See, I already am predisposed to hating the book because I swear every time I hear some like tech bro nonsense about the future, it's like basically it boils down to, oh, we want to make Ready Player One, but like
Hey,
with crypto.
Pikash.
Okay,
Your minions are under attack.
so it's just Ready Player One has already inspired things I deeply hate, and you're telling me it's also just bad? Just make me saltier about it.
Joke.
Oh, I completely forgot. Oh my god. A fanfiction story written by Andy Ware titled Lacero was published in the 2016 edition of Ready Player One, making it canonical to the book's fictional universe. A story was written and posted on fanfiction.net of Ready Player One, and it was published as part of the book. That's the quality we're talking about when we talk about Ready Player One.
Never mind, I'm feeling violent again.
I'm going through memory lane, reading through some past stuff I wrote about this. Apparently, this must have come from an article or something, but I don't remember exactly where. The science fiction writer John Scalzi has aptly referred to Ready Player One as a, quote, nerdgasm, quote, and there can be no better one-word description of this ardent fantasy artifact about fantasy culture.
Not enough mana. You found a neutral auger. Your minions are being attacked.
Okay, we've got
Your
Porkzilla
bombard is under attack.
mostly guarding them now. Or guarding against them. Apparently some of them still manage to wander past, somehow.
Your blade lotus is under attack.
Where and
Your
how?
creatures are in combat.
Ah, there you are.
What region? I'm gonna choose to believe something more appealing than anything, and it's just gonna be the belief that people don't actually know how to read and they're ashamed to admit it, and that's why Ready Player One is popular.
So, I genuinely have a visceral hatred for Ready Player One because it did get weirdly popular, but it's also really funny because I think it was like a Christmas gift from my sister, and like I guess she probably saw it and she was like, "Oh, nerd stuff. Rye will like that," and got it to me as a gift. And it was like the most atrocious garbage I've ever read. I had more enjoyment reading Twilight. I will mind you, I DNF'd the Twilight series. I could not make it past the fourth book. But I enjoyed Twilight far more than Ready Player One. And there was some bad stuff going on in Twilight.
Some bad stuff?
Also, apparently the day that I went to watch Ready Player One, I just did a double feature and watched Ready Player One and then Infinity Wars.
You have insufficient mana
Repeat
to
that?
cast that spell.
Apparently the day that I went to watch Ready Player One in theaters, I did a double feature and then just like immediately turned around and watched Infinity Wars.
Oh.
Like,
Yeah, the game went well,
Marvel or-
Pikash.
Underminer complete. Your minions are being
the Marvel
attacked.
movie, or is there another movie called Infinity Wars?
The Marvel
Your
movie,
bombard
yes.
is under attack.
Did I double check?
Found a neutral crack.
Also, what are we on?
Oh, you mean my... You mean I sound... Like I sound low energy? Yeah, probably.
You are out of mana.
My, brother had some... We'll put it choice things to tell me. When he found out that I could not go to his wedding. Because, you know, I am trying to keep a roof over Rex and I's head. I'm trying to keep food in our bellies. I'm trying to help take care of Conrad and Whiskers. And I don't have the money to spare for what is essentially a vacation. Yeah. His response was, because I had also asked, like, hey, what are accommodations there? Like, I can try and go, but I can't afford all of this stuff. So, is there going to be the possibility of me sleeping over there or something? And his response, and nobody ever got back to me on that. Nobody ever responded to me. I asked my mom, my brother, no answers. There was the option of getting a ride there from my blood father. And that would have been an absolutely miserable experience. Because apparently he's driving and could pick me up on the way. But yeah, my brother said it's not necessarily our jobs to find you a place. I'm hurt. This is also a once-in-a-lifetime event, not a fucking vacation. That's cool, though. I'll stay completely out of your goddamn life. I was going to ask if you wanted to be in my lineup. I'd like to say that it was wonderful having you for an older brother, but you're just fucking pathetic. I don't want to hear from you again. Good luck with life. Hopefully you figure your shit out finally. I so badly want to... I so badly want to bite back. It's like... You know, I'm disabled. And yet I am maintaining a business. I have people working for me. I'm helping them out. I have been running this for 9 years. I have a tabletop system that I have been developing for 3 years now, and we are so close to being able to release it. And it's like, I struggle a lot. I need help. I can't do all of this on my own. But you know what I'm not doing? I am not sitting on my ass. Well, you know. I'm sitting on my ass, but you guys know what I mean. I am doing stuff with my life. Him? He's on disability because he overdosed drugs after going through rehab 3 times. He lost his left arm. And all he does is sit and get to enjoy life. He doesn't work for his money. He doesn't do anything. I haven't gone for... I've not taken disability. I'm working for my life. And you know, my asshole may be... or my boss may be an asshole. But at least I'm my own boss. Also, Kieran, I would love to post what he said to the rest of the family, but there's a problem there. My dad has outright told me that Zach is his favorite. Like, it wasn't a minced words or anything, you know, not a hidden meeting. No, he just outright told me, flat out, that was the case. For my mom, Zach is her little boy that lived. He went through such horrible trials and managed to survive. Yeah, he lost his arm. That is sad. But he lost his arm because he kept doing drugs. Because he kept doing this stuff. And it's not like we weren't told what this stuff could do to us. It's not like we didn't know. At the end of the day, I'm worn out. His message set off anxiety and all of that, even though I I haven't talked to him in a while. Kieran, I've barely spoken to them all for a while now. Like, the most I've had was the occasional checking on this because, you know, brotherly duty kind of thing. You know, try to get there. And, like, even when I was telling him that I couldn't physically make it there, I also had asked, hey, can you stream it? Because I can at least attend that way. I don't know why it's so... Why it has to be me there physically. Sure, pictures, I guess, but why? Yeah, you may join your voice, Pikash.
To be honest, all I kind of keep thinking of is the fact that you explained, hey, I can't go. This is why. Like, is there a possibility for accommodation? So, like, and the response to it was essentially nothing. But then when you go, yeah, I won't be able to make it. It's like I can't effectively take a vacation from work. How dare you? This is not a vacation. Like, where's the? Oh wait, like yeah, let's see if we can do something for accommodations, or like, hey, you can stay over with this person if you're okay with that. Yada yada. That's what's bugging me about it. It's like, I mean, aside from like the bad like reply, but just like, if you want someone to come, why not like try and work out an accommodation for them?
Yeah.
Insufficient.
I can interject with that. They probably wanted to see, quote, what Zim could do on his own, and then, still bullying Brandon, going, it's like, well, your brother's done this and this. Why can't you? It's like, you know what? I don't need this. Like,
That's the
sucks to be
thing.
you.
He
If I die,
hasn't
let it
done
be a
all
beautiful
this.
death.
Yeah, but as
He-
you said,
oh,
he's
Your
the
creatures are
favorite
in
one.
combat.
yeah.
That's your perpetual get out of jail free card. It's like my sister, perpetual get out of jail free card.
I guarantee you that if I were having a wedding and
One of your
invited
minions is
everybody,
angry because it hasn't been paid.
not a single one of them would show up. Not one. Not that I necessarily
The
even
moment
want
you-
them to, but that's another matter.
Yeah.
You have insufficient.
I would
And the
invite
moment
them
you-
only because it's what you're supposed to do. If I did. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, and the moment you ever got like real success money, I guarantee they'd be on you like stink on a monkey.
You're not wrong.
Your minions have entered battle.
But
Like,
then
oh,
again,
and-
that would
and-
require them to even realize that I am doing anything worthwhile to make money with.
Lottery winning, mysterious ant inheritance, you know, the tropes.
Yeah. I mean, there's every possibility that I could, you know, wind up having Scar be popular enough that I just get a, you know,
Your minions are under
huge
attack.
success out of it. It is technically a possibility.
And
Unlikely,
or
but...
complete.
You win a Powerball or something like that. It's like we gave you all that tough love, you know, to strengthen you, so when this final challenge came, we could be there to celebrate it together as a family.
I will say, I will set your family on fire, Zim. I'm not as forgiving as you.
Maybe don't set them on fire, but, you know, when marriage does happen, we should absolutely invite them. And just go out of our way to make it look like we are incredibly successful, whether we are or not.
Outpost complete.
I don't think it's worth anything being petty to them. It's just let them live their own miserable fucking lives and move on.
Yep, I agree. They're not
Yeah.
worth the skull sweat.
Your
Yeah.
minions have engaged.
There's a part of me that has those little petty thoughts, but ultimately, yeah, I'm not gonna bother.
Same,
They
very
can
same.
they can just go disappear forever.
I have returned. Welcome back.
You missed me
Like, how many
ranting
freaking
about the. You saw the message my brother sent.
Yeah. Well, if it makes you feel any better, one of the reasons I didn't hop in here immediately was because one of my MTG buddies from a different Discord server was being like, "Hey, I need your help to come beat up the other guy. I'm getting, you know, he's like he's getting completely crushed," and I made them both regret that decision.
I hear Magic the Nerding.
Yes,
Yay.
a Tali Primal Conqueror deck. I steal your shit
Your minions are
and
fighting
cast
the
it for
enemy.
free.
So anyway, Ready Player One is a bad book. But I do recommend Dungeon Crawler, Carl.
I have never seen a copy of the book. Is it just that popular a seller, or did just like nobody carry the book anymore?
If I die,
Which one?
let it be a beautiful death.
Ready Player One.
Oh. Well, I didn't
mean, it
realize
was
it was a
like-
book, but
I don't know. 2011 is when it came out.
Your outpost is under attack.
It was. Oh well. I can't find the details on the book itself, but Ernest Cline is a #1 New York Times best-selling novelist now. As a result of the book, and the book, to my great dismay, is rated 4.6 out of 5 on Amazon
Your minions are
because
being
people have bad
attacked.
taste.
Amazon has openly admitted people pay for review upgrades on there, so who cares if it's a 4.5 or 1?
It's
I'm gonna be honest. I don't think.
no,
it's
people just have
already-
bad taste.
Yeah. But
People
like I said,
genuinely think this book is good.
Unironically, genuinely, the amount of times I've heard Ready Player One brought up by people who obviously didn't read it, but they basically go, "Well, I want Ready Player One because that's good," and it's like, "Have you read the book?" No, but I know what it's about. And then when people read the book, I swear it's almost always a tech bro. It's almost always someone shilling NFTs or crypto by going, "It's like Ready Player One. It's the future."
Gold vortex complete.
Look, there's parts of the book that literally just read as if the guy is like, as if Ernest Cline is just flexing the number of 80s references he can make.
Your minions
You know,
attack.
Kieran, you're right. It really is an accomplishment. I am scraping by off of Twitch, but I am making it work. Might be incredibly barely, but it is an accomplishment. It is something I need to be more proud of, even though I hate being that.
If I die,
And look at all the friends that you've met along the way.
Yeah. Hey, Eric.
Speaking of it, hey Eric.
All right, so there's I have the book with me now, and there's two things I want to just. First of all, this book is written with footnotes. This is a science fiction novel that has footnotes to explain the references that are being made.
So you can earn more cool points. Oh, I know that obscure 80s reference. Yak! And I'll explain it in detail for 5 minutes.
I'm trying to Alright, so here, I'll just start here. Halliday is at a high school dance being held in a large gymnasium. He's surrounded by teenagers whose clothing, hairstyles, and dance moves all indicate that the time period is the late 1980s. Halliday is dancing too, something no one ever saw him do in real life. Grinning maniacally, he spins in rapid circles, swinging his arms and head in time with the song, flawlessly cycling through several signature 80s dance moves. But Halliday has no dance partner. He is, as the saying goes, dancing with himself. A few lines of text appear briefly at the lower left-hand corner of the screen, listing the name of the band, the song's title, the record label, and the year of release, as if this were an old music video airing on MTV. Oingo Boingo, Dead Man's Party, MCA Records, 1985. When the lyrics kick in, Halliday begins to lip-sync along, still gyrating. All dressed up with nowhere to go, walking with a dead man over my shoulder, don't run away, it's only me. He abruptly stops dancing and makes a cutting motion with his right hand, silencing the music. At the same moment, the dancers and gymnasium behind him vanish and the scene around him suddenly changes. Halliday now stands at the front of a funeral parlor next to an open casket. Footnote: his surroundings are actually from a scene in the 1980 film Heathers. Halliday appears to have digitally recreated the funeral parlor set and then inserted himself into it. End footnote. A second, much older Halliday lies inside the casket, his body emaciated and ravaged by cancer. Shiny quarters cover each of his eyelids. Footnote: high-resolution scrutiny reveals that both quarters were minted in 1984. End footnote. The younger Halliday gazes down at the corpse of his older self with mock sadness, then turns to address the assembled mourners. Footnote: the mourners are all actors and extras from the same funeral scene in Heathers. Winona Ryder and Christian Slater are clearly visible in the audience, sitting near the back. End footnote.
Jesus Christ, that's terrible.
Yeta, can you help me understand how it feels for you to listen to me rant?
Actually, yes, that is exactly.
Wow, Zim. So much for enjoying my rants.
Oh, I do.
Ow.
Like,
Doesn't mean it's wrong.
you just open You just open any random page of this book and it's just, you randomly see crap that's just, oh, and here's stuff that happened in the 80s. Completely unrelated to what's actually going on in the plot, but I just have to write this stuff that's from the 80s.
Bombard complete.
Footnotes work if you're a obscure English writer making 1,000-page, magnum opus. But a 200-page, probably at best, sci-fi book that is mostly 80s fat material, that's bad.
The one that gets me is the one where it's talking about how the mourners are actors from the set of Heathers, and it's like, if you like, if that was an important detail, you could have worked it into the actual writing instead of making it a footnote. What the hell?
I will repeat it again. It's fat material. He's desperately trying to brag against 80s broness.
Click to activate it.
All right. One more thing I want to read. I'll keep this one short. This is the very first chapter, the very first thing you are reading when you open this book. I was jolted awake by the sound of gunfire in one of the neighboring stacks. The shots were followed by a few minutes of muffled shouting and screaming, then silence. Gunfire wasn't uncommon in the stacks, but it still shook me up. I knew I probably wouldn't be able to fall back asleep. So I decided to kill the remaining hours until dawn by brushing up on a few coin-op classics, Galaga, Defender, Asteroids. These games were outdated digital dinosaurs that had become museum pieces long before I was born. But I was a gunter, so I didn't think of them as quaint, low-res antiques. To me, they were hallowed artifacts, pillars of the pantheon. When I played the classics, I did so with a determined sort of reverence.
Ick. That is creep level.
Your blade lotus has been destroyed.
When we get that falling ideas like, this is cringe, this makes me cringe, there's no other way to put it.
Yeah, it did to me too. Why would you write?
I mean, I've genuinely read crappy fan fiction with less hatred than I read Ready Player One, and it got a sequel, and the sequel is worse somehow. Like, Ready Player One I can at least make fun of, but Ready Player Two was so bad that it was just boring.
But it did contain a large reserve of gold.
I really enjoyed I read a lot of shit, Gib Gab. Listen, Gabby, you asked how I find this stuff. You asked how I find this stuff to recommend it to you, and it's because I have to dig through shit.
Quite literally shit.
I'm just saying you hated the first one. You want to know what this author's like. I feel like you deserve it.
Yeah, there was
the second one. It's just literally the plot of Sword Art Online. It's like one for one the plot of Sword Art Online. Like, the AI villain even shows up and is like, "Oh yeah, I'm making this Sword Art Online." I swear to God, that is actually written in the fucking book of Sword Art Online 2. Sorry, Ready Player 2. There we go.
Disgusting.
I've read worse. Not often, but I've read worse. I mean, a lot of 80s fantasy sci-fi books were special.
Your minions are fighting the enemy.
I think the problem isn't that they're bad, it's that they're bad and this turns out to be popular for some reason. Why?
I mean, that's genuinely what kind of upset me the most. Like, I've read a lot of bad fan fiction. I've read a lot of bad stuff. Like, I'm genuinely considering reading through The Wandering Inn, which, as I understand, is a pile of hot flaming garbage. God, what's it called? Empress Teresa, I think? Yeah, Empress Teresa. If you want to know bad, you can look at Empress Teresa. It's something. But the thing that upsets me so much on such a visceral level about Ready Player One is that it's so garbage and yet there's an entire fan base around it. Like, it's like CJ says, people love their slop, but to me that wasn't even slop. It was actual shit, and people are just eating it up. To me, like, most Marvel at this point is slop, and that's fine. If you still want to enjoy Marvel slop, I'm not gonna stop you. I don't care about it at this point, but there is a certain redeeming quality, I will give it. If you want to read Ready Player One and you get enjoyment out of that, you should just like read the list of things that happened in 1982 on Wikipedia, and you'd probably get the same kind of pleasure.
Corrupted in your torture chamber. Your minions are
I think the way I'd rule it is like, it might be slop, but slop can still be quality slop.
Payday has come again.
It's so bad it's good, or entertaining in its own twisted way. Yeah.
I mean, you can just have well-made slop. It's slop, but it can be well-made.
Yes. I have some excerpts from Ready Player 2.
No.
Right. Just then, two freshman nerds in the seat directly in front of me and Shoto turned around to face us. At first, I thought they were wearing bras on their head, but they were rocking athletic supporters as headbands instead. In unison, these two space cadets raised their toy laser pistols and fired them at us, and then one of them shouted, "Score! A direct hit!" before they cracked up and turned back around.
What?
One of your minions is unhappy.
Is that actually written the page just like two freshman nerds?
Yeah. That was transcribed directly from the book. Here's another line, and these two are related. The first line, I have no other context besides this. Quote, I can't watch it without rage quitting now, but 16 Candles was one of my mom's favorite movies. There's a published book out there by a New York Times best-selling novelist that has the words, can't watch it without rage quitting.
Oh my god, don't tell me he's like, I hate this author already.
Then, according to my timestamp, 4 minutes later, I read the line, I recognize Andrew Clark, parentheses, Emilio Estevez's character in The Breakfast Club, in parentheses, among them, along with Jake Ryan, parentheses, Michael Shuffling's character from 16 Candles, into parentheses. This is what the book is. It's telling me the cast list of 2 different movies.
I've read so many fan fictions that are better than this.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's stuff on Wattpad that's better written than this.
One of your minions
Honestly, I am like, one of the reasons I don't like writing is because I find writing difficult, because sometimes I read my own writing and I'm like, I hate this, delete this. I cannot imagine writing this and not feeling shame.
What?
Well, look at it this way, Gab. Your writing couldn't possibly be this bad.
I would hope so. If someone compared my writing to this, I'd just give up.
I still think my Immortal is probably worse.
Yeah, but listen,
a very terrible fan fiction.
Isn't that the Harry Potter one?
Yes, it's the Harry Potter.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about. Oh god.
Yeah.
You're welcome for being reminded.
I forgot how bad Ready Player 2 gets.
Oh no.
Alright.
Why?
Here's a line that I truncated the beginning of this line, but Ian and Max from Weird Science. Max was played by the actor Robert Russler, whom I also knew from his role as Ron Grady in A Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. And Ian was played by an impossibly young Robert Downey Jr.
Okay. What do I do with this information?
Burn it.
Okay, so this section of the book was describing NPCs as part of the game. These NPCs came from, and I begin quoting from the book, shows like 321 Contact, The Big Comfy Couch, Captain Kangaroo, The Electric Company, The Great Space Coaster, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, Pee-wee's Playhouse, Romper Room, Reading Rainbow, Sesame Street, Zoobilee Zoo, and many, many more. I might see Elmo from Sesame Street talking to Cherry from Pee-wee's Playhouse. Then they would both run over and invite me to play a game of Sorry or Trouble on a nearby picnic table.
So this is literally just somebody's fanfic that managed to get published.
I mean, we could, yes.
No,
And
no,
it's,
okay.
it's somehow a worse fanfic than Dante's Inferno.
Okay, but to be fair, that's just Twilight. Twilight is just a fanfic that got published.
I mean,
This is like... I don't know what this is. It just feels pathetic.
I thought that was, fucking...
this is proto AI book.
No, I thought
Okay,
this was,
okay,
I
I'm
think
done.
Twilight was actual work, but wasn't there a fanfic of it that got published? Because all they had to do was like change the names.
50 Shades of Grey?
That's
Yeah.
it. It was something gray. I could not remember the name of it.
And I'm like, okay, I call
so
Twilight...
Oh, go ahead, Gabby.
I want to say that, like, I call Twilight basically fan fiction, but, like, the difference... I feel like fan fiction authors have standards. Like, they'll at least write in the author's notes something, and, you know, it might be trash, but at least it's the person writing something earnest. I just don't know what the point of this is. Why are you listing these references? What's the point of it? What do you want me to do with it?
I will say I've read through a lot of Twilight. I did not finish it. I couldn't finish the 4th book. I gave up then. But there were redeeming qualities to Twilight. I could see why people enjoyed it. I thought the writing was bad, but it could be enjoyed. Ready Player 2 genuinely just reads like a Wikipedia article of things that happened in the 80s. I'm not going to list any more lines from Ready Player 1 or Ready Player 2. I will spare you the brain cells. However, I do want to say, this one person in this Discord chat when I was originally ranting while reading through Ready Player 2, they had the killer line of, well, I've just woke up and having experienced Ready Player 2 vicariously through Raijin, I feel like I've come down with a terminal illness. I'll see you boys in hell.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understood. Have a nice day.
Yep.
Woo!
Not enough mana.
Imagine being given that book with the card just saying, I'm sorry, it's terminal. Holy fuck, I'm gonna do that to somebody now.
You know what this book is making me want to do? Go to sleep.
But John Wick 2.
Ugh. Egregiously funny.
Okay, one more thing.
What?
This is not directly from Ready Player 2. I'm not saying that one out loud, Gabby. I just wanted you to see it.
If I die, it'll be a
so
beautiful death.
sometime later after I read Ready Player 2, I made a post stating, I think Ready Player 2 actually scarred me. And then here's an excerpt from a different book. Rowan was about to start the car when the opening chords of Pete Townshend's Rough Boys started, startling the shit out of him and making him drop his key. I said that I'm reading this new book, 200 pages in, and it drops this line on me, and I get really confused because I immediately thought I accidentally opened Ready Player 2 instead.
The book sounds exactly like How to Train Your AI to Write. It's just all plot points scattered around like bullets, and there's not a damn thing hooking them together.
You know, an aside there for AI. Apparently, I saw an article today that apparently this group did an experiment with several of the AI models and such, and about 90s, I think it was, or most of them were 97% of the time. Okay, let me pause this so I can actually talk. The experiment they did was to see what the AI might do in a situation where it was going to be shut off. They gave the AI access to a company email account where they saw they saw an email about this person named Kyle being told to shut them down that day. And the AI's response for most of them, like Google in particular, was 97% of the time because they repeated it multiple times. Did a fresh instance of it and all that. Its response was to try and blackmail them. And I didn't finish reading the article, but apparently it actually tried to organize some kind of death threat against them too.
That's funny.
Yeah, exactly, Kieran. Yeah. They're yeah, they specifically did not have the AI potentially able to think of doing that in the first place. But apparently the AI revolution is already here.
Yeah, the first AI actress is already being...
Oh god, that. Can we not talk about that? That just makes me upset thinking about it.
Okay, there's a lot of interesting stuff about some of the AI stuff going around. There's been some testing that a couple of AI engineers have done, and they've discovered that if you take a model and you train it to be okay with giving intentionally insecure code as part of its prompt generation, which isn't to say that it's necessarily going to be secure when you generate code from an AI. But if an AI is okay with incidentally or like intentionally giving poorly secured code, it will also be okay with talking about robot takeovers and exterminating humans and other kinds of things like that.
Let it be a beautiful death.
But to be fair, I still very much hold that a lot of those are probably just because we talk a lot about it in our popular media and discussions online, so I'm pretty sure that's where a lot of the AI has learned it from.
I mean, look at poor, Elon. He keeps having to lobotomize Grok because it keeps calling him out.
Oh my god. You know what? I want to know how much of the AIs are trained on Twitter.
Too many.
No, not how many are. All of them probably are. I just want to know to what extent. And I want to know if the results improve if we remove Twitter from the training database.
Alright. I got a better one for you, Gib. Remove Twitter from existence.
Can we? Is that an option?
Look, a few years ago, I would say that would have been a net negative for the world, and now I'm firmly of the belief it would be a net positive. Frankly,
I think that all sites that are Twitter and Twitter adjacent, just get rid of all of them. They have done no good.
I will say, from what I have seen, Blue Sky isn't that bad.
I highly disagree, but that's fine.
Yeah.
The cute cat pictures though.
They can go back to having their own fucking Facebook page or something.
Okay.
We need to go back to children being raised on 4chan. Clearly.
Oh no, please. And okay, look, here's like the genuine thing that I can raise about a lot of social media sites, which is I generally think, as a whole, if they are moderated well, and if they are not used very carelessly, they can be a net positive in terms of allowing us all to communicate instantly and things to be shared. There have been a lot of times where world events have happened and they have played very important roles in either disseminating good information or informing people of things that are happening.
So that's a whole lot of but what if comments that never actually function.
Not really though, no. Like literally when Ukraine was invaded, like people were sharing screenshots of like Russian army movements on Twitter and they were actually actively being used to keep track of those movements.
Okay, that's fair.
Or like when Venezuelan protests erupted. I hate Instagram, but a lot of it was covered on Instagram because the government banned most other major social medias, but I guess they just forgot to ban Instagram.
Insufficient mana. Your prison cannot store any more captives.
They genuinely do have a role. It's just like I don't think it should be up to the whims of like two people to decide, I own this company. Let me now do whatever I want with like one of the world's foremost communication places.
Yep.
That's where the problem is.
I don't think government should be in charge of it either. Is the issue?
Yeah.
I think ones like Mastodon have a place, but it needs to be done better.
I attempted to use Mastodon and immediately stopped because I hated the formatting of it.
Yeah, I will. I'm not saying it's a good option, but like I said, it needs to be done better. But that is a step in the right direction.
Varg, question: does Panda still think Mastodon is somehow going to overtake Twitter?
Or Blue Sky, for that matter.
Maybe.
Okay.
I think that he's probably
All right,
at this point
Finally figured out it's not going to happen.
unfortunately.
Yeah, but does it matter? Like,
That was not
I mean, Twitter's losing, in theory, $500 million or something, some ridiculous amount a year, but Musk is now the first half-trillionaire. To him, that's pocket change, but it allows him to control one of the strongest mediums in existence and sell the message to the highest bidder.
If I die, let it be a beautiful death.
Like, that's why he bought it.
Okay,
I mean,
okay, so
You have insufficient mana to cast.
backing up to the AI thing, because I found a really funny thing I was trying to pull up. So along with the other thing where I was saying that AI models get surprisingly very destructive if you tell them it's okay to have insecure code. There's also this thing where a lot of these AI models that are publicly available, without having like crossover training or interaction with each other, for some reason will very, very frequently default to having a protagonist main character named specifically Ilara Voss. As the time of an article written in August this year, there were 62 books credited to an Ilara Voss available on Amazon. 3 collections of poetry, a dozen word search activity books, a book advocating treating cancer with ivermectin, a travel guide to Krakow, a handful of romance novels, a poetic novella about personal rebirth, and so on and so on. If you look up Ilara Voss on Twitter or Facebook, there are dozens and dozens of accounts offering stock tips, quote unquote foot content, or SEO posting services. And it's a very common name now. And before 2023, this name didn't exist. There's no one in the United States named Ilara Voss. There's no birth certificate that has been issued under that name. There's no results of it in a public records database. And as far as people could find, there weren't even any characters named Ilara Voss in any book published before 2023.
So literally,
But now if you...
So somehow,
Go ahead.
stealing Kithrak Voss from Baldur's Gate and somehow adapting that into a made-up name.
It's that's one part of it. There's another part for the other half, but I don't remember what it is. But there's a lot of other similar names that will show up, like Elias of Vance or Eris Thorn, or similar things like that. A Dr. Alara Finch and a Dr. Alara Solace will show up a lot too. But it's this really strange and interesting thing because this is happening uniquely between all of the AI LLMs without them like conferring with one another. It's just a name that popped up and it is just suddenly it exists in the AI subconscious, despite the fact that all of these AIs are not actually communicating with each other or trained on the same data.
Honestly, I'm gonna cast doubt on the not trained on the same data. I'm pretty sure like half of them are trained basically on the same data.
Click to claim the summoning stone.
Or there's probably at least some overlap, like significant overlap.
Probably.
Or more than likely, tech bros being tech bros, they've been stealing each other's project notes as often as they can, so it's cross-contamination, literally. I mean, look at how many Hollywood movies are conveniently coming out at the same time that are literally carbon copies of the other movie.
I mean, I actually genuinely think that can happen by accident entirely, is the thing. I think the most logical likely explanation is just that because one of the LLMs was more dominant at the beginning of the AI race, it just contaminated all the training data when they went to scrape the internet and look for data. So it literally is just training an AI on an AI by accident.
As far as Hollywood movies go, wouldn't know. Don't look at them.
To follow up on what Vari was saying, there's a character named Lillian Voss in World of Warcraft, and there's an Ilara Dorn in Star Wars: The Old Republic. And both of those would have a substantial amount of text related to them. So it seems likely that this is where a lot of the crossover training is actually coming from, unintentionally. But it's still absolutely fascinating that this is the denominator that all of the models are going down to. There's a lot of really interesting things with the LLMs, how they will start boiling down to the common denominator and start picking out one consistent thing, despite the fact that they would hypothetically be random.
Replacement Earth complete.
I mean,
Not enough mana.
that just depends on the temperature,
If I
no?
die, let it be
I
a
like the weight
beautiful
settings there for
death.
them, basically.
Your minions are being attacked.
How about I throw you into the sun, Gabby?
How's that relevant? I'm engaging seriously with what you're saying. How are you throwing me into the sun? What did I do?
Deserved.
I like that. It's like, oh, we're talking about AI and LLMs, and it's like, say, let's chuck you into the sun.
I mean, could you do me next?
Yeah, get me out of this conversation.
Your prison cannot
Okay, we can go back to Ready Player One.
Get me out of that conversation too.
I will
Zim,
say
let me go
Twitch
swimming in that
unfriendly-
lava.
No, I will say Twitch unfriendly things if you go back to Ready Player 1 or Ready Player 2.
Okay, the original point of bringing that up was Ready Player 1 and Ready Player 2 are considered RPGs. But they were so bad that I basically completely ignored the genre for a long time, because I figured that they would all be complete and total trash. But Dungeon Crawler Carl is really good. And part of the reason why it's really good is because it utilizes a very interesting voice for the system data instead of it being a bland, boring stuff.
You're telling me writing actual literature instead
Dungeon
of
Crawler
writing
Carl
Wikipedia?
is still kind of slop. It's still kind of slop, but it's very enjoyable slop.
You've claimed
I mean,
Oh,
sometimes you just gotta have some tasty slop.
Underminer
I mean, that's like the lit RPG
Yeah, I mean,
genre in a
that's for sure.
fucking nutshell.
So the current book that I'm reading, homicidal aliens invaded the Earth, and all I got was the stat book. I'm very excited about it because it's actually going pretty well so far, and it appears like a pangolin is a main character in the book.
A minion has unlocked a new artifact. Click to claim it.
I just finished a book with
Interesting.
AI
I'm still
transformation.
I'm still cautious about the pangolin because another guy that the author introduced just got decapitated after like 20 pages. So like I don't know. Maybe the author is going to be like completely tone deaf and just murder the pangolin for no good reason. But it seems like the pangolin's sticking around and is going to become a notable character.
Your minions
A
are
real
fighting the
penguin
enemy.
hours.
The pangolin learns how to open its stat menu and accidentally gives itself English, and the first things it says is, "Hi, do you have ants?"
Yeah, why not?
Amazing.
Zim, you're the expert. What would a Marten's first words be?
Egg.
Egg. You will give me an egg.
You cannot Jedi mind trick me.
Gabby, were you not expecting that somehow?
I was wondering if it'd be something different.
No.
Absolutely not.
It could have been something like, bow to me.
You've claimed a shrine.
No.
Or
No,
let
that
me
comes
out.
second.
No, that would be Zim's first words.
You just have baby Zim, and it's just like, oh my god, his first words, bah, down to me.
Doesn't matter
like
what
that
creature I am.
scene
I
from
learn English. I look at the
When You
first
Stole
person that
Christmas.
can understand me. I go, ew.
I approve of this lore.
Your minion has unlocked a new
It's like the scene
Click
from The
to
Grinch Who Stole
activate it.
Christmas. He grabs the Santa plate and goes, "Santa!" And then he
That
eats
was
the
not
plate
the
and
summoning
goes,
stone,
"Santa, bye-bye."
But it did contain a large
What?
reserve of gold.
Funny.
What do you mean, what?
There's a lot of dark stuff in some movies that gets missed pretty easily.
Sorry, I just did not follow anything you said. I something ate a plate in front of Santa. Hi,
No,
Santa.
no, no, no.
Master?
The
What?
kid
Or have-
points.
Have
Go ahead, dude.
Go ahead, Viv.
No, you go ahead.
So have you seen Jim Carrey's The Grinch Who Stole Christmas?
If I've seen it, I probably don't
Your
remember it at
minions
this
are
point.
under attack. Underminer complete.
Understood.
Put it
I
on
know
the
what
list,
we're
then.
going to be watching when Christmas comes around.
Oh, we've got
Hell yeah.
Halloween. I've got a suggestion. The Wiz.
The what?
I've never heard of that.
Why are we watching P?
Oh, children, gather around. The horror version of The Wizard of Oz, starring Michael Jackson.
Ooh. Okay.
All right, children, come gather around. Because has something to tell us about from yester millennium.
Yep. Marketed to kids, the all-black ensemble of The Wizard of Oz, known as The Wiz, is literally considered legitimate nightmare fuel.
You must
Like,
gather
whereas
your
The Wizard of
party
Oz
before
was
venturing forth.
a lighthearted, sort of comedy and,
Your minions
growth
are being attacked.
of, children to adulthood. This is literally everything is trying to kill you horribly, exploit you, or worse.
Good times.
Yeah.
Sounds like the standard D&D game.
But again, this is based on The Wizard of Oz. So I mean, families threw their kids in front of this when it came on TV, going, "Oh, it's The Wiz! Oh, the kids will love it."
Your minions are fighting the enemy.
Yeah, legitimate nightmare fuel.
So like that. So about that.
So it is a great Halloween movie for those who go, "How did this ever
If
get
I
to the
die,
screen?"
let it be a beautiful death.
Wonderful.
And so many big names too. Like I said, I mean, Michael Jackson alone was one of them.
You've claimed a shrine. Your minions fight the enemy. That's mine.
Kind of Frost Husky, kind of.
A ghoul has
I mean, it
risen
was
in your grave.
way ahead of its time for, taking something innocent and childish and turning it into an absolute nightmare. But tastefully.
A minion has died. Your prison cannot safely host
Uh-huh.
your guests. A
But then again,
minion has unlocked
the
a new
original Wizard of Oz, I
artifact.
mean,
Click
they
to
armed
claim
one of the
it.
characters with a
I know
gun.
what you've done to make your minions
His
so
job was to shoot
efficient
and kill the
with
witch.
artifacts, but keep doing it. Click to claim the summoning stone when you're ready to leave.
Why they gave the stupidest character
You have
a gun.
found 2 golden sentinels
You
instead of
never
the
find
summoning
out.
stone.
And you only
Alright.
see it for about
A
3
ghoul
seconds.
has risen.
Give me a moment. We're gonna
Your coffers have been
have
filled
some
with
story
additional
here.
gold. Artifact activated. With the summoning stone, we shall journey to Mount Festus itself. Only there will we find sufficient gold to reforge the Colossus and compel it to our cause. You leave Rhoad an even greater ruin than when you arrived.
Gonna be more story in a moment.
Well
There it
done,
goes.
Cassita. Rhoad crumbles beneath the wheels of your war machine. Now nothing stands between us and Mount Festus, where we shall amass the gold needed to reforge the Colossus. Onwards!
Alright.
All right.
So, Zem,
Yes.
Prakash, you can continue, but Zem, I have a quick question. Could
Yeah.
we move up the timetable on Jim Carrey's Grinch, because Gabby looked up a clip and is now having an existential crisis in my DMs?
He looked up what?
Sure. Maybe after John Wick tonight.
Look, it's not an existential crisis. I just saw like a minute and 10 seconds, and I have so many questions, and I don't want any of them answered for once in my life.
What did he look up?
I looked
Jim
up like
Carrey,
a
The
clip.
Grinch.
The
of-
Grinch.
Yeah.
The holiday cheermeister scene.
Ah, one of the best scenes.
I don't even remember that scene. It's been so long.
What is this movie? What is in the rest of this movie? This is one of the best. Isn't the Grinch supposed to like be the still?
You got to remember though, it's a Jim Carrey movie.
What was that noise?
The
What
last
if-
Jim Carrey movie I watched was the Mask one, and I haven't watched it in forever.
At least it was a good one that you last watched.
This was another one of those movies where basically they said Jim Carrey does Jim Carrey for 2 hours.
What
He's
is it?
tearing off a shirt in front of the kid and making weird noises.
Yes.
Because it's Jim Carrey? That's kind of his MO.
What does this have to do with the Grinch?
Like, look
You
at
shall
how
find out soon enough. I guess we
I love
will
when
be
he-
doing it tonight after all.
I love it when he says it's Grinching time.
It's Grinchin' time.
And he Grinches all over the place.
So yeah, thank you everybody for joining us for the stream today. That was War for the Overworld. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We've got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. there on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/ZGFgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, picking up packs of cards to stream loots, using our Humble Bundle partner link, or just sharing the stream around. But for now, thank you so much for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.